I don't know if it's just me, but it feels like everybody's kind of tired with the internet, just overwhelmed with the sheer amount of garbage that's out there, the noise, all the AI generated content. We don't trust each other anymore, which is pretty crucial to sell anything online. And I think this is just the surface, right? What's really going on is that AI is answering the questions that we used to ask YouTube. Competition has been rising massively. There's more creators than ever. And we are absolutely done with the gurus flexing their lifestyle and selling their magic pills to you. We are starting to see through that, or maybe I'm just living in a bubble, I don't know. So there is less trust. All of this creates this perfect storm where we're obviously moving towards a new system. And I think that every creator who doesn't join this new way of looking at content and creation will get left behind, straight up. And we're going to answer the question, how can you still get people to watch and buy your stuff? How can you still grow a personal brand that actually sells? Not just gets clicks, but actually sells in 2025 and moving forward. To answer that question, I'm going to share with you the principle of digital gravity. And I am certain that if you master this concept, you would be one of the first ones of this new movement, which is a massive opportunity, both for building your audience and selling your offer. Why do I know that? Because I'm implementing the system for some big clients that I work with, help them monetize their audiences. And in the last 6 months, I've sold over 1.2 million in coaching for just 2 clients. So yeah, this really does work. So let's get into this. Digital gravity, what the hell am I talking about? So if you imagine the classic funnel, right? Just the classic sales funnel. What's actually the force that moves people down? Right? And that's interesting because everybody talks about funnels and the tactics and the strategies you should use, and everybody has a different one, and it's fucking overwhelming. But nobody talks about the force that moves someone from top of the funnel to down of the funnel. And that I call digital gravity. So unless you are interested in, just running some cold business where you have to get in front of strangers, push your stuff, to run ads, do outreach, invent these stressful guarantees and promises to convince people to buy your stuff. If you don't want to do all that stuff that makes this creator business game so horrible for most of people, then you should be completely obsessed with digital gravity, because digital gravity is the thing that has people moving towards you. Rather than obsessing yourself on tactics and sales funnels and all this complex technical stuff, you should be obsessing on the thing that moves people towards you and make a buying decision. Because all those sales funnels and selling systems, whether you sell through the DMs, sales calls, you send people a Google Doc, you have a landing page where you sell directly, all of it works. All of that shit works. It doesn't matter. What matters is whether you have digital gravity or not. You can be sending people a dry ass Google Doc with your offer in it, and you can sell a 6K or 10K offer. You can sell in the DMs on Instagram. You can do what you want to do, but only if you have digital gravity. And this bothers me so much because everybody's promising people that if you just do this strategy, this business model, then you'll be as rich as I am. But that's not fair. That's not honest. So in a world where consumers are overwhelmed and AI is taking care of most of the value we used to provide, how do you create digital gravity? And let me explain this to you by sharing with you what the old method that still 99% of creators are using, which is providing value, right? It's the Gary Vaynerchuk jab, 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 right hook. Just give, provide value, then come with your offer. That's dead. We don't want your value anymore because value has become a commodity because of ChatGPT. ChatGPT owns the commodity of just dry value knowledge. We don't want that from you. So the first lesson here is to understand that we need something new. Just value content is not how you move people towards you anymore with your online expert business. Now, how do you build digital gravity? You could see it as 3 elements that your brand and content needs to include. And if you have these 3, very clearly communicated in every piece of content you make, then you're doing extremely well and positioning yourself for the long game, where your content is not just marketing you, but it's also selling for you. This is the system that I help my clients build, by the way, which is a completely sovereign business, where your personal brand is marketing, selling, doing everything for you. You can select your clients rather than have to chase them every month. So those three elements are world, identity, and plan. And you could see it as a circle. I'll put it on the screen here. The whole content, your whole personal brand, that's the world you're building. Why is it a world that you're building? First of all, people need to be entertained at some level to like being with you. Just the content itself, if that's repelling people, then you won't be able to sell an identity or sell a plan, because people won't be listening anymore at that point. So the world you're building also relates to this new system that we're moving towards, right? We used to have just one culture with very big creators and audiences that everybody knows. Right now, everybody is living in their own, depending on your algorithm, their own little tribes with smaller audiences, right? Smaller creators that have successfully attracted their tribe of people. And that's what you should be doing too, and that's what this whip strategy allows you to do, right? Not attract some random audience to boast your vanity metrics, but to actually attract your people that you can sell to organically. So your world hosts your tribe, your people. You're going to create that category of one, right? That just consists of people that are right behind you, similar to you. So if that world is appealing and we want to be in your world, we like to watch your content, the next thing is identity. And here's where things get different. Most people don't think about this. What makes people buy anything in life is the future identity, the future desired identity. If you buy a car or a watch, then you're not buying that thing. You buy the future identity of you who has that thing. So for most people, to buy anything, there must be some kind of lack in their ego or in their self-image that the thing they're buying could fill. In your case, with a high-ticket coaching program, it will be becoming the guy that can make money online, or that can talk to girls, or that can have a certain physical aesthetic, or can public speak in a certain way. Whatever your offer is, they're buying that future version of themselves. And that identity needs to be a prime element in every piece of content you create. In my example, that's the sovereign creator. It's the future identity of someone who wants to be absolutely sovereign through online business, right? Invest in real estate, travel, all through an online income that you absolutely love. That sovereign creator identity is woven into every piece of content. And now we get to the core of it, that's about belief shifting. That's about value shifting. If people buy that identity, so if they resonate with that identity, now they're shifting their beliefs and values into my world. And this is the new way of selling. This is real digital gravity. It's not about the drive value and the features and your offer and your product. Nobody cares about it. All of that is out there. It's done. It's overwhelming. When we resonate, however, with the future identity you are moving towards, or that you are already, that you can display through your lifestyle, then you can collect your people and prepare them to sell the last thing, which is the plan, right? The plan is your offer, it's your unique vehicle, your unique mechanism that now creates the bridge between their current reality and that future identity you've already sold. So the last thing that remains is, okay, if I like to be part of your channel in your world and I resonate with this identity, I've bought this future identity, then the only question that remains is, do I think your plan can get me there? And if that is the case, you've already sold someone without getting them on a sales call, without talking to them in the DMs, because it's on a belief, it's on a value-based level. If you can lock these in, then you can start talking about the technicals and the infrastructure that you prefer, like how you want to sell your offer, rather than what some dude, some guru on the internet said you should be doing. then you can ask yourself those questions as to how you want your business to operate. And respect those constraints. For example, in my case, to not have anything in my business that drains my energy in exchange for money. So the next thing on your list is to craft the world that you want to build, the identity that you're selling, and really think about this clearly. And then turn your plan into a piece of intellectual property, truly not just selling a path, but your path. And that makes you stand out. Not just right now in this overwhelming content space, but it's going to make you stand out as we move into this digital tribal system. I just started a community where I'm already letting some people in, because soon I'm going to share all these systems and this manifesto that I've been working on for the last 6 months. I'm going to release it there first, and we're going to kick things off pretty soon.